This is the Lawrence County SportsNet, powered by LCAT.
Gold heading back to Lawrence County.
Your home for the County of Champions.
Settles under it. The senior makes the catch. Perfection. The Shannick, again, are your Class 2A state champions.
Force out the third, and that will do it. Mohawk is your 3A softball champions.
Buzzer's going to sound. Union repeats as the Class 1A WPIAL champions.
The top local athletes and the top sports moments all featured here, live or archived at lcsportsnet.com.
Sideline getting by one defender, and he's going to go all the way by Harrison. Harrison on the ground finds Plundo. Plundo rolls it in, up and good for two.
Shallow right field, giving a run, a sliding catch made.
Down to 6 on the play clock. Here's Snap in the hole. The kick is up. The kick is long enough. It is good.
That's flying ball deep right field. Get out of here.
Hope running for his life. Throws it up for grabs. There's a man open. No way!
Right back to Stanley from the seat of his pants, and he throws it off the window and in.
Featuring over 100 broadcasts of county events in over a dozen sports. Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The gold ball headed home to Newcastle.
This is the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Tonight from the Nika High Fieldhouse, it's round 2 of the regular season matchup between two longtime rivals, the Butler Golden Tornado and the Newcastle Hurricanes. The first meeting earlier this season decided on a Kai Cox runner with 12 seconds left. What does round 2 have for us tonight? Eric Thomas and Lee Moan with you here tonight courtside. Tonight's game on the Lawrence County Sports Network is brought to you by Maley Chiropractic, MVP Insurance, the Newcastle Transit Authority, UPMC Orthopedic Care, Penn Ohio Bottled Water, the Red Zone, Maduro Bonner Law, Gem Builders Incorporated, Pontius Insurance, Works in Progress, Crane Room Grill, the City Rescue Mission, the Tri-County Principals Association, and the Lawrence County Community Action Partnership. Well, Newcastle is trying to shake off a really disappointing loss on Tuesday night right here, Limon, and they lost to Woodland Hills, a game in which they were neck and neck with Woodland Hills the entire night, and then the fourth quarter hit, and they kind of put a lid on the bucket. They really rushed a lot of shots. They kind of fell out of the flow of their offense, and here they find themselves now in third place, obviously trying to hang on to a playoff spot. Obviously have to beat your rival here tonight, who's also trying to get into the postseason here in a couple weeks. How do you see this one here tonight between these two longtime foes?
It's always tough to win here at the Nika High Fieldhouse. I mean, just a great atmosphere, and boy, going back a lot of years, Butler's had their, as just about every other team, coming in here to try to pull out victories. Woodland Hills was able to do it the other night. It should be a nail-biter. If Butler can get their three-point game going early, and they strive on that. You know, they want to shoot a lot of threes and make, if they can make 9, 10, 11 threes in this game, they're going to be able to keep this close and make it a game. And on the other side, Plundo gets out, look out. But I've been hearing all about Kai Cox, and now my chance to finally get to see Mr. Cox tonight.
The Hurricanes ranked third in the Tribs WPIAL rankings. That was to end the week of January 19th. They lost 2 straight coming into tonight, so that's obviously going to change. But a big win here tonight. We look at the Section 1 standings in 6A. It is still controlled by Seneca Valley, who has beaten both of these teams. It is still controlled by Fox Chapel, who is in second place right now. Newcastle is a game behind Fox Chapel for second, so a win tonight, Fox Chapel loss. Hurricanes are in better position. The bottom line is you take 4 teams out of this section. You don't want to mess around 5. You don't want to mess around with being 4 or 5 on that cut line like they were a season ago. You want to be entrenched in this playoff bracket before you get to the final week of the season.
Yeah, without a doubt. You want to be in that top 2, top 3 if you can. This section is just so brutal. I mean, kudos to Seneca Valley. Nobody picked them to be 8-1 in a section overall. I mean, they started off so terribly. Now 10 in a row for Seneca Valley has this team on the top of the section. But and then everybody else in this section it's just so even, along with and then North Allegheny struggling, unfortunately. But any one of these 7 teams can be anywhere along the way here in this conference. So you got to take care of your home court. If you're Newcastle, it'll be huge if they can get a hold of a Butler team tonight, and that way they'll have the tiebreaker on them for just in case they do tie down the road for playoff positioning.
Butler, on the other hand, is 4-5 in this section, and they are 11-5 overall. They've had sort of an up and down season. They have looked fantastic at times, and then other times against some of the better competition they've played. Lowest point total this season against Seneca Valley, shot only 32% against Fox Chapel. So there have been some bumps in the road. Matt Clement, yes, the former Major League pitcher, was not really sure what his team was going to be this season. He's kind of like what he's found, though, and it starts with Andrew Gettinger, who's 6'6", but he's going to be the guy that runs the show for him. Yeah, the last 6'6" point guard, I think, was Ethan Morton, I think, a few years ago. Don't compare Andrew to Ethan. I mean, there's not going to be another Ethan for a while. But Coach Clement, he said, I'm handing the keys to Andrew Gettinger, and people are, like, sort of surprised that they're going to hand over the whole offense to him. But he's really turning into a very, very good point guard, really. His last game was just outstanding the other night against North Hills. Does a little bit of everything. So if he can be that point guard and be able to distribute and run this offense, the Butler's going to be in good shape. When we come back, we'll give you our keys to the game tonight. We'll also detail the starting lineups brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. And then we'll tip it off here from the field house. It's a packed house. It's a great night for basketball here in the Commonwealth in the western part of the state. We got a good one for you tonight in Section 1 of 6A boys basketball right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network.
Having a safe and healthy home is not something to play games with, especially if your home was built before 1978. You may be exposed to extremely harmful lead-based paint hazards. If you're concerned about lead in your home, don't roll the dice on your family's safety. LCAP's Healthy Homes Lead Hazard Reduction Program is here to help you win the battle. Your family's health and safety is the goal. Contact the Department of Healthy Homes today.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling Team, our December LCAP Team of the Month. Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Lucas Stanley as a December Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for scoring his 1,000th career point in the season opener. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Union's Kylie Frustifer and Newcastle's Rihanna Boyce as the December Female Athletes of the Month, with both seniors also eclipsing their 1,000 career point mark. Congratulations and best of luck to 1,000 point scorers Rihanna Boyce, Kylie Frustifer, and Lucas Stanley, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Calling all sports fans, never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Cold winds blowing, temperatures dropping, and snow is beginning to fall. And then, your furnace goes out. LCAP's LIHEAP Crisis Program is here to help. If your furnace is blowing cold air, not turning on, or not reaching the desired temperature, help is right around the corner, whether it needs fixed or replaced. For information, call the Department of Healthy Homes at 724-656-0090. LCAP's Healthy Home programs are the key to safer living.
Back here at the Nika High Fieldhouse, Eric Thomas and Lee Moe with you, about 3.5 minutes away from tip-off tonight between Newcastle and Butler. Let's take a look at our keys to the game tonight, presented by Works in Progress Paint Services. Call Joe Wright at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next painting project. Now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial properties. What's the key to the game here tonight? Obviously, I guess the bigger question is, what does Newcastle have to do tonight to snap this 2-game slide?
Newcastle's going to have to play very, very tough defense here tonight, and I think they got to. I think Blundo's going to be a key tonight. I really think if he gets his shot on tonight, Cox is usually going to get his points, but I think Blundo, if he can slow his game down a little bit tonight here, I really think that and try to take out. He can take over a game just by himself. I mean, he's a dynamite ball player. They can play their tough defense and create a lot of turnovers. They're going to have to jump out early, and that's been Butler's downfall this year, Eric. They come out to slow starts, and they dig themselves in the hole, and then they try and they battle back, and then they do have a lot of close games, but they've been down by 10, 11. They were down by 11 the other night against North Allegheny in the fourth quarter and came back. They cannot do that tonight because they'll get run right out of this gym tonight if they do.
And for Butler, on the other hand, I mean, we've seen and we've read about this team playing very well at times. They've blown out Pine Richland, had a great showing in their tip-off tournament. They've Freeport. They've beaten just about everybody. They haven't beaten Fox Chapel or Seneca Valley yet. But this right here tonight, they feel like they let one out of the boat the first time these two met. It was a 12-second game-winning shot by the freshman Kai Cox. They feel like they should have won that first game.
They should have, really. I mean, they battled back in that game too and came back, had the lead late, and so they're gonna. Like I said, they have to get off to a quick start. And if they can get that 3-ball, we talked about it earlier. If they get that 3-ball going, they're a tough team to beat. But they get to really limit turnovers and try to get her involved. And it's Staten Forbes. Did not play a couple games. He just came back from injury the other night, had 14 the other night just coming off injury. He's going to be a real key tonight. We'll see how his stamina is tonight too, because he came back from the injury the other night, wasn't full, and he still scored 14. So we'll see if he can up his game here tonight and play a full game.
As far as the state rankings go, we'll talk a little bit more about them as the night goes on. The top team in the state is Roman Catholic. Not really much to tell you about as far as the WPIAL goes, except number 2 is Upper St. Clair. They have Norwin tonight and Amani Christian on the January 30th. So a couple of big games for them coming up. They're going to be the favorite when the WPIAL tournament starts. I don't think there's any question about that. So if Newcastle's going to want to win a WPIAL title, likely going to have to go through Upper St. Clair. That's way down the road. We'll talk about that in the next couple of weeks. First things first, starting tonight, Newcastle here with Butler, and then Seneca Valley on Tuesday, Pine Richland on Friday, and then you come back on Tuesday the 4th, and it's Fox Chapel, so everything is right in front of them to get one of those top 2 seeds if they handle their business here late.
That's the key. You have to handle your business, and it all starts here tonight on your home court, because Seneca Valley is a very beatable team. Fox Chapel, you know that game's going to be in the 40s and 50s because of their defensive style that they play, but going to take care of business here tonight.
Certainly do. Before we tip it off here tonight, before we give you tonight's starting lineups, let's listen in on tonight's national anthem. It is going to be Karen Murphy who will do the honors here tonight to sing the national anthem.
Tonight's national anthem will be sung by senior Karen Murphy.
So proudly we have
Excellent job by Karen Murphy with our national anthem here tonight. The game officials this evening are Robbie Lombardo, Joe Janik, and Mario DeBello. They draw the honors tonight for what should be a really fun game here at the Fieldhouse. Time now to take a look at our starting lineups, brought to you by the Crane Room Grill. Call to place your order at 724-656-1553. Call ahead and reserve your seat for after the game or place an order for takeout. Remember, the winning word for tonight is cold. So come into the Crane Room, get a free Crane Chips starter. Again, your winning word is cold, and get your free Crane Chips starter tonight. For Butler, they enter the game here tonight. Head coach Matt Clement, 11-5 overall. They start tonight. Aiden Andrews just over 11 points a game. Stanton Forbes, who, as Lee mentioned, was injured for a chunk of the season here, 16.5 a game. Kyle Castile, Tate Lucas, who's the leading three-point shooter on this team, and Andrew Gettinger, the 6'6" point guard, averaging just under 16 points a game. He's had a season-high 24 twice this season for the Golden Tornado. For the Newcastle Hurricanes, lineup switch again tonight as Damian Harrison, Kyrell Harris, Ralphie Blundo, Kai Cox, all four of those guys the same from the other night, but Quaylen Davis is in the starting lineup tonight. That is a change from the other night when they had Chase Lemon. Lemon obviously will be available off the bench. They went pretty deep the other night. They had to against Woodland Hills, but Davis being back in there at 6'4" against a really tall Butler team is going to probably be a big factor. At least you would think it's going to be a factor for Newcastle tonight.
Yeah, you would think so for sure. So actually, this crowd is really funneled in nicely here tonight. So almost a sellout here at the Nikai Fieldhouse.
Yeah, it is packed out in the lot.
That's fun stuff.
And it's got a big game atmosphere here tonight, and it should between these two teams, separated by, about 31 miles?
Yeah, give or take, yeah. It's about a 33-minute drive from my house, so it's about a little less than that from Butler High School.
It must be nice.
Yeah, it is.
beats the hour trip some of us have to make. But
yeah, it was nice the other night when I did wrestling for North Allegheny. It was a mile because I was at Butler, so that was even better. I watched a lot of games to my left behind that Butler crowd there back in the days. Just a lot of great memories. I was talking to assistant coach Stuck Gallagher about all the memories between his Butler-Newcastle game, and got another one here tonight.
Butler in the navy road uniforms with the gold and white trim. Nika High is in the home whites with the red and black. The tap is controlled by the Hurricanes, and it is Kyrell Harris on the right side. Now top of the circle, hands off Cox, right of the circle, drives, kicks out Blundo, far corner three, and he gets it underway right away with a deep one, and it's 3-0 Newcastle.
It all starts with penetration in that 3-2 zone. Cox found Blundo wide open in the corner.
Tate Lucas, the team captain, Matt Clement said the easiest choice he could have made, and he throws it away for the first turnover of the night to the corner, and nobody was there, so it'll be Nika High ball with 7:35 to go in the first.
Yeah, Coach Clement put his hands out like I just did. Like, what was that?
Harris brings it up the floor. Harrison was a monster the other night against Woodland Hills on the glass. Cox out to the corner. Blundo, same corner. Long that time on the three. Rebound is battled for, and a jump ball underneath as it's a tie-up between Castile and also Quaylen Davis. So right away, there's the 6'4" Davis who gets involved on the glass.
Yeah, and that's exactly what you want. Good job. Got the tie-up.
Arrow's going to favor Butler, so the Golden Tornado will inbound. Attacking the basket to our right as we see it. We're just on the outside edge of the half-court NC logo. Castile has it, goes to his left, dribbles to the far corner. Nice backdoor pass to Gettinger, running the baseline, lays it in. We got a foul. The basket counts for Gettinger, and he is going to go to the line to shoot one. And a three-point play opportunity cuts the Newcastle lead down to 1 at 3-2.
Yeah, I thought maybe they're going to get a charge call there, but Cox just didn't get there in time. But a great take by Gettinger along the baseline.
Foul is going to be on Kai Cox. That's his first. Gettinger got the free throw. Tied at 3 early on here. Harris, who had foul trouble the other night, has it for Newcastle across half court. To his right to Cox. Cox in that right corner again to Blundo. Back to Cox now between the circles. It's Harris, floater up top. Blundo threw it up there for Harrison. He couldn't connect, and Butler brings the rebound down. Here come the Golden Tornado across half court.
Boy, perfect alley-oop.
Gettinger top of the circle, guarded by Harris. Goes to his right, pulls up. Now he kicks it. There's his running mate, Lucas. for three. That is off the mark. The rebound in the hands of Harris. Here come Newcastle. Down the floor, Cox, left of the circle, splits the double team, goes right up with the right hand and lays it up and in. Switched hands on the way up, and Cox gets his first field goal, and it's 5-3 Newcastle. The other way we go, and Andrews is going to get called for a charge the other way. His first foul, the second on Butler, as we got 6:18 to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, Andrews completely out of control going into the lane and made that pass. Easy charge call.
Cox will inbound. Quaylen Davis walked over to Ralph Blundo and asked him to repeat instructions. It's loud in this gym now. As Lee mentioned, the crowd filed in nicely before tip-off. Cox out to that right corner again. Blundo, another one. Short that time. Rebound controlled by Butler. Here comes Andrews the other way. Andrews down the far side. Pulls it back now. Defense will come out. It's Cox guarding him one-on-one. Straight man defense for Newcastle. Andrews on the floor. Now he brings it back towards half court. Andrews spins to his left. Bounce pass to Gettinger, left of the circle. Underneath it goes, trying to feed it in there to Forbes, and it's out of bounds. And back to Newcastle. The third Butler turnover here in the opening minutes with the Hurricane up by 2.
Yeah, it's another bad pass there. They're looking for Forbes, and he wasn't looking for it. Pass went behind him.
Cox will bring it across the floor. Left-hand dribble. Now he switches to the right. It's a yo-yo dribble as he comes across half court. Butler falls back into a zone, it looks like.
There's still 3-2.
Cox at the foul line inside. That's poked away. Turnover for Newcastle. Here comes Butler with Andrews running down the far sideline. Throws it up towards midcourt. It's intercepted by Davis trying to outrun Gettinger. Davis to the rack. It's blocked from behind by Gettinger, but there's Harrison to put the rebound back in, and Newcastle extends to a 7-3 lead.
Yeah, no one for Butler following back, and Harrison, easy layup.
Lucas across half court, guarded by Blundo. Man up, Blundo right in his shirt. Andrews on the far wing, now top of the circle. It's Lucas, goes to his left, drives down the left block. Nice scoop shot with the right hand, and it falls for Tate Lucas. His first field goal of the night, back to a 2-point lead for Newcastle at 7-5.
Yeah, Tate Lucas going from a tornado toward the Tornadoes at Geneva next year.
Harris and Blundo pitch and catch up top now. It's Cox underneath pass to Davis, and he lays it up and in. And there is Quaylen Davis inside, making his presence felt early with the rebounding, and gets a bucket to make it a 4-point lead at 9-5. 4:30 to go in the first quarter. Andrews guarded by Harris. Brings it back far side. Now it's Lucas over on the far wing. Guarded by Blundo, shimmies and goes to his left. Cuts back to his right. Step back three on the way is off the mark. The rebound pulled in once again by Davis, who's having a good first quarter.
Yeah, great box out.
Cox the other way, finds Davis. It's blocked from behind by Gettinger, but the rebound is picked up by Harrison, and his jumper is pure. And Damian Harrison's got 4 early on with 4:05 to go. It's 11-5 Newcastle.
Offensive board's big so far.
Here comes Gettinger across the court now, guarded by Cox right up near half court. Andrews. Oh, he got away from Harris. Thought about the three, but gets it off to Gettinger near wing. Missed the three off the back iron. Rebound caroms to the corner. It's Lucas once again. He misses, and Blundo pulls it in for Newcastle. Harris down the far side. Looks to the corner, found Harrison. Now Blundo top of the circle, whips it over to Cox near wing. Inside it goes. Davis, Harris, corner. Harrison, three, short. Rebound, Butler. It's Castile. He has it ripped out of his hands, and it's off of Davis, so it's back to Butler with 3:33 to go in the quarter, and still a 6-point Newcastle lead at 11-5.
Yeah, Cairo Harris took that stumble. Looks like he's okay.
Chase Lemon is into the game for Quaylen Davis.
Yeah, Cairo Harris recently committed to Slippery Rock for football.
That's a nice pickup for the PSAC.
Yeah, sure is, isn't it?
Power, Slippery Rock off the inbound. Lemon, the turnover, so right away his presence felt. Lemon dribbles out of it. Harris, Blundo, open three near wing. No. Rebound tapped by Cox. He pulls it in, kicks it out to Harrison. Straightaway three on the way, short. And the rebound is pulled in by Castile once again for Butler.
Boy, Newcastle had their opportunities. 3 not dropping early.
Yeah, Slippery Rock, you mentioned, they made it all the way to the national semis. The other way, the answer by Forbes for three is good, and we get a 30-second timeout with 3:04 to go, called by Butler. It's a Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time out to save money on your insurance. Call Agent Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, or Tracy Giddens to get started today. Visit PontiusInsurance.com for more information.
Well,
Great start to this game.
Yeah, without a doubt. Real quick, the other football commit, Nate McKnight, part of this basketball team, also committed to Slippery Rock. So it's great great pickup for those two. But, yeah, good flow to this game so far. Newcastle just missing some – they've had some open looks, and the good thing for them is they really blocked that 3-ball really well. Their defense has been outstanding here early on. Surprised it's only a 3-point league, so I think it should be more right now.
Both these teams about even in terms of points per game. Butler at 63.6, Newcastle at 63.2.
It was 62-60 the first game, so.
That tells you the story pretty much right there. Out of the timeout, it's Blundo, Lemon, Harrison, Harris, and Cox. And the other way, no changes yet for Matt Clement and Butler, as it's still Castile, Forbes, Lucas, Gettinger, and Andrews.
Yeah, Butler will probably go maybe about 7 deep.
Harrison left of the circle, left-handed dribble off to Lemon on the near wing. Lemon between the legs, hands it off Cox. Cox, a head fake, going to pull up for 3. No. Rebound into the hands of Gettinger.
Great box out by Lucas.
Gettinger gets it off to Lucas, and Lucas up the floor. Andrews, open 3, far wing, and it rattles in. There's Aiden Andrews' first bucket of the night, and Butler starting to heat up from downtown. It's tied at 11 with 2:25 to go in the first frame.
Yeah, Andrews, a very, very streaky shooter.
Lemon and Harris. Now it's Cox right of the circle. Cox over to Lemon. Lemon back to Harris. Straightaway 3 on the way. In and out. Rebound into the hands once again of Butler. It was Luke or Castile that time. Gets it up the floor. Gettinger running the floor. Guarded by Harris far side. Out to Lucas far wing. Lucas will pull it back now with 2 minutes to go in the first quarter. Tied at 11. Inside. Gettinger all alone. He's going to lay it up right side with a right hand, and it's good.
Boy, they lost him completely. Cut into the lane, no one around him.
Butler a 2-point lead at 13-11 with 1:45 to go in the first. Harris.
Butler went into a box and 1. No, actually a triangle and 2.
3-pointer by Harris. High arcing, no. Gettinger tips it right out of there to Harris. Back to Blundo. Now Cox open near wing for 3. That one is short. Lemon skies for the rebound. To the foul line, out. A floater to Blundo. That's short. Blundo got his own rebound. Missed it again, and Gettinger pulls it in with 1:24 to go. Blundo somehow got it again. We got a collision near the bench, and it's off Newcastle and back to Butler with 1:22 to go in the quarter.
That was Castile that went flying into the benches. Looks like he's going to be okay. All we saw was feet from this angle. Is Maverick Clement going to check in for Butler?
Son of head coach Matt Clement. Quaylen Davis is back in for Newcastle in place of Lemon. Good couple of minutes of action there for Lemon.
Yeah, Maverick's brother Maddox pitching at Virginia Tech.
A pitcher in the Clement family, you don't say, huh?
Yeah.
Of course, Matt, Marlins, Padres, has a world title ring with the Red Sox, even though he was hurt in 2007.
Pretty good career record, though. 87 and 86, 4.447 ERA. Not too bad.
Excellent fastball pitcher in his day, too, and he had a good splitter, too, as Lucas is fouled on the floor by Blundo. That's the first on Ralphie, and that's going to be the second on Newcastle.
And the oldest Clement, Madden, with a 1,000-point score at Butler.
Interesting point, Matt Clement and Mike Messina, both basketball coaches in the state of PA. Now, Mike resigned from Montoursville in 2021, but he really led the renaissance of that Montoursville program, and now his brother Mark is the head coach at Montoursville.
You said Mike Messina?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Remember the name.
Yep, son played football at Montoursville, went on to a good career at Shippensburg, one of the all-time leading passers there.
Did he coach the girls' team? Or?
He coached the boys'
Boys,
team,
okay.
yeah, and got his Hall of Fame finally as Davis runs down the wild pass off the turnover. Out to Blundo, wide open, far wing, 3-pointer on the way. Ralphie misses that one. Harris the rebound. Harris back to the far corner. Blundo dribbles back to Harris. Wasn't expecting that. Gets it back from Cox. Deep 3 by Harris. That is off the mark, and Lucas the rebound.
Boy, these shooting stats are going to be terrible for Newcastle here this first quarter.
It's a 2-point lead for Butler as we come up on 35 seconds to go in the opening quarter. And on the far side, Forbes gets it into the corner. And they play pitch and catch with Castile. Now it's Gettinger. It looks like Butler may hold for the final shot. That's tipped away. Cox, great defense, man on man. Cox racing to the bucket. Reverse layup is good. Somehow Kai Cox adjusted and with that right hand threw it up over Gettinger to tie the game at 13 with 13 seconds left. Gettinger near wing 3 on the way. Good. Boy, is he a good shooter or what? 16-13 Butler. Last chance here in the quarter. Cox for three on the way, and Davis had the rebound but couldn't get the shot up in time, and we have concluded one. Fantastic start to this game here tonight at the Fieldhouse. 16-13 Butler in front. Second quarter comes your way next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAT.
For 20 years, Melee Chiropractic has treated athletes of all ages to help them get safely back to the top of their game. Melee Chiropractic has 3 full-time doctors in their office, and all 3 are former area athletes who have had to battle injuries throughout their careers. They want to help you get safely back on your feet. But more importantly, help stop the injuries before they happen. Prehab before you rehab. Attention all high school student athletes. During your sports season, a $30 visit to the Melee Chiropractic office includes an adjustment and/or all therapy is necessary. From the athletes of tomorrow to the weekend warriors and everything in between.
Back here at Nika High Fieldhouse, Eric Thomas and Lee Moan, entertaining first quarter as Butler grabs the 16-13 lead, and it was Andrew Gettinger who had that three late in the first quarter. He finished the quarter with 8 for Butler, so off to a good start for Gettinger and off to a good start in this game.
Yeah, and throw up a couple blocks in there too that he had. So, yeah, good start. The Newcastle just can't find the hole. It looked like that one possession. It looks, yeah, they're definitely a triangle and two. They're the one-on-ones on Cox and on Blundo. And they're not Cox. That's Harrison.
Cox underneath, got it from Noriega Jackson, but he turns it over.
Yeah, interesting. You're letting Cox run free and guarding Harrison one-on-one with that triangle and two.
Lucas up the floor out of a minor double team. Now gets it right back. Cox comes out to guard him up top. Butler attacks the basket to our right. Navy clad with gold trim, gold and white trim. As Gettinger moves from right to left, hands it off on the far wing. New man in there is still Maverick Clement, and that's out of bounds. Off of Butler, 5th turnover for the Golden Tornado to start this second quarter. They're still up 3, 16-13.
Yeah, Maverick Clement, a very, very good baseball player. He'll be going more than likely at D1 school somewhere, only a junior also, so he's got a lot of room to grow.
Noriega Jackson, who came in late in the first quarter, has it for Newcastle. Now Cox, top of the circle, moves from left to right. Cox across the top, yo-yo dribble, now with the right hand drives, whips it inside to Davis on the near block. Davis ties it up back to Jackson. Blundo straight away. Blundo now left of the circle, dribbles foul line. Blundo hand check, gets it out to Cox, far corner for three, no. And Harrison had to let the rebound go as Clement brings it in. Here comes Lucas the other way for Butler, kicks it out to Andrews. Andrews drives the far baseline, guarded by Jackson, kicks it back out Gettinger. Left side, back to the corner, far corner Andrews. Up top, it goes back to Gettinger, and Butler's going to reset the offense. Gettinger moves to his right, into the near corner now. Give and go, he gets it right back, challenges Harrison and lays it in.
Well, just got one little step on Harrison and great body control underneath. Putting that ball off the glass, a Butler biggest lead of the night for them.
18-13 Golden Tornado here at the Fieldhouse. Jackson straight away three. That is going to be short. Rebound Gettinger. One and done for Newcastle on the possession. 6:18 to go in the first half. Gettinger looks behind him. Goes left side, is stripped from behind by Cox. What a beautiful play by the freshman. Here comes Cox the other way. Euro step, Cox lays it in. What a beautiful move by Kai Cox. And Newcastle cuts it back to 3 at 18-15 with 6:02 to go until half.
Steal one end, go coast to coast the other way.
Kingston Russell in at the next stoppage for Newcastle. Lucas across half court, guarded by Blundo, goes to his left, now comes back towards half court. Yo-yo dribble up near the circle, gets it over to the near wing, and Castile. Castile between the circles, now Lucas. He backs it up, Blundo comes out to meet him near half court, goes to his right, now goes back to his left. Gets it over to Castile near wing. Castile looks, guarded by Cox. Poke from behind by Cox, but there's Lucas to pick him up. Blundo comes right up on Lucas again. Andrews up near half court, now guarded by Jackson. Goes to his right, lost the handle. Blundo picks it up. Blundo, Ralphie racing down the right side. He lays it up and in. The basket counts and a foul. I don't know how he got that up, first of all, and how it fell, but Ralphie Blundo has a chance for a three-point play and to tie this game up.
Melee Chiropractic Play a Game nominee right there. Wow, what a job by Blundo, getting her all over him. Somehow getting enough English off the glass and in. What a play.
Blundo, a 78% free throw shooter, had 16 the other night against Woodland Hills. Chance here to tie the game at 18 with 5:23 to go in the first half. Ralphie fires away and connects.
Yeah, Ralphie shoots about 500 shots a game. a day. Said he wants to hit 75% of them is his goal.
Andrews, they break the pressure down the floor, left side, left block now out to Lucas. High up on the far side, brings it back near half court between the circles. Challenged by Kingston Russell, who checked in. Lucas drives, whips it inside. Good pass to Forbes, and he's contacted and fouled. And Stanton Forbes will go to the line to shoot 2 with 5:05 to go in the first half.
Sort of a late whistle call there from underneath. The referee underneath didn't call it. The referee from up top called it.
That
should have went on Russell, yeah.
Yeah, that foul is on Kingston Russell, his first. Forbes, who, as we mentioned, has been in and out of the lineup due to injuries, 16.5 points a game. He has had some huge games for Butler, as has Lucas and Gettinger.
Yeah, Forbes' sister playing at Messiah College, Justine.
Forbes had 28 a couple games ago. He makes both. It's 20-18. Straightaway three by Jackson off the top of the iron, and it's Cox in there with a rebound, contact, but he keeps it alive again.
Yeah, Forbes with a block in the second shot.
Cox will reset things on the far wing. Russell left of the circle, now it's left corner. Jackson, 3 rattles out. Tough miss there for Jackson, but there's Cox in traffic, and he is fouled again. This time it's going to be by Castile. He picked off the pass. Butler can't hang on to the ball right now. They've got 9 turnovers here in the first half.
No, the hands have been everywhere for Newcastle, coming from every angle possible, and Butler can't stop it right now. Well, if Newcastle was shooting anything from outside, this would be a very, very big lead, but they still trail by 2.
Cox misses the front end, 65% shooter, averaging 20 a game. Noriega Jackson is out. Good minutes by him. Good bench management by Ralph Blundo here in the first half as Chase Lemon is back in for the Hurricanes. Cox, second one is good. Cuts the lead of Butler down to 1 at 20-19 with 4:37 to go. They're going to say Gettinger went over the line with the ball, so it's going to be another turnover, and Newcastle's going to get it back with 4:37 to go in the half.
Do not see that call often. Credit to the referee for being right on top of that.
Blundo to inbound, lobs it up top to Russell. Straight away, it's Cox. Now right side, it's Harrison. Deep 3, right wing by Blundo is good. Ralphie Blundo's second 3 of the night, 22-20, Newcastle back in front.
Yeah, you don't expect shooters to shoot from there.
4:18 to go in the first half. Gettinger far wing, it's Andrews. Poked away by Blundo. Ralphie's all alone. He's going to lay it up on the right side and in. 2 straight buckets for Blundo, who's having a monster quarter with 8.
Yeah, Coach Clement looking for the foul, no call.
Down the other way we go. Butler attacking the basket to our right. 24-20 Newcastle, 3:58 to go first half. It is Castile up top, rather Lucas up top. Now he gets it off to Andrews. Andrews hand check by Kingston Russell. That is the second foul on the sophomore Russell. And the third foul on Newcastle here in the second quarter.
Oh, Coach Clement is hot, really hot, trying to get these referees in Newcastle. Very, very aggressive defense, saying that a little bit too tight, saying the hands are all over him.
Inbound to Forbes, drives the near baseline, hangs, and Harrison might have gotten a piece of it, but Forbes hit the side of the backboard. Lob pass down the floor, Lemon from Cox. Lemon steps back, gonna take the 3. Chase Lemon misses that one. Rebounds loose, Lemon gets it back, dribbles out of trouble, gets it to Cox. Cox kicks it out to Russell, far corner 3 on the way is way short, and Harrison tied up underneath with Andrews, I believe, and it's out of bounds off Newcastle. Back to Butler with 3:31 to go in the half.
Wow, this is a very physical ball game. Referees are letting them play.
Ralph Blundo couldn't quite get Quaylen Davis in there at the stop, so he'll come in the next whistle. Andrews between his circles now far wing, it's Lucas. Lucas guarded by Lemon. Lemon is right up in his face. Inside, slipping by Cox is Gettinger, and he's fouled. Gettinger with a one-handed shot, and that foul is actually going to be on Ralphie Blundo.
His second.
Yeah, that's
wow.
His second on Ralphie, the 4th on Newcastle. Ralph Blundo, who picked up what he told us tonight was definitely the first technical foul of his career on Tuesday night. Gettinger makes the first. He said, I've coached 1,200 games. And at any level, that is the first time I've ever been teed up. And let me tell you something. When I told him earlier that he earned the technical, I didn't mean that he actually deserved it. I meant he got his money's worth in getting the technical foul.
And he said he's very disappointed that he got it, too.
Gettinger's second one is good. That was an entertaining conversation tonight when he was arguing with the ref. It's 24-22 Newcastle, 3 minutes to go in the half. Cox has it on the far wing. It's Cox, Blundo, Davis, Harrison, and Lemon for the white-shirted Hurricanes. Deep three by Lemon on the way. No. Rebound into the hands of Stanton. Here comes Butler the other way with 2:48 to go. Lucas across half court. Yo-yo dribble goes right side. Is tied up. He traveled. Did he travel? Yes, he did.
Well, maybe you might get a jump ball out of it, but they said it's to be a travel first.
That is the 11th turnover for Butler in the first half. That has been a problem for this team. In some of the games they've struggled this season, multiple turnovers. In fact, they had a handful of them the first time these two teams met down at Butler. 2:35 to go in the half.
Looks like they switched. Looks like a man. Or is it still maybe? It still looks like triangle too.
Cox now right of the circle. Cox head fake on Forbes, back to Lemon. Lemon shimmies to his right. Back to Cox, right of the circle. He knocks the three down. Kai Cox's first three of the night. He's having a good second quarter with 6. And Newcastle has a 5-point lead at 27-22 as we come up on 2 minutes to go in the half. Gettinger spins in traffic, lost the ball. It's out of bounds. It's going to stay on the Butler side with 2:03 to go as Andrews is back in for Butler. So it's going to be Andrews, Gettinger, Castile, Lucas, and Forbes. And for Newcastle, it stays Lemon, Blundo, Davis, Cox, and Harrison. Inbound by Lucas under the basket to the right, and he gets it in. Gettinger near wing. Gettinger now between the circles. It's Andrews. Andrews goes to his right. Back to Gettinger, left of the circle. Deep three by Gettinger off the back iron. Lucas runs down the rebound up across the three-point line. He is fouled as he spins around and twists and tries to out of traffic. That foul on Chase Lemon will be his first. But that's now the 5th foul. Matt Clement. And Matt Clement talking to the ref. That's the 4th foul, 4th team foul in Newcastle, so no shots yet.
Referee basically says, I could control the game. I'll do my job. You do yours. And Coach Clement's like, okay.
Gettinger to his right, near wing. Now brings it back left, guarded by Davis. Andrews between the circle. Andrews dribbles, try to feed the corner, and Castile.
Another turnover.
Out of bounds, the 12th turnover for Butler in this half.
A lot of them unforced, too. That pass to nobody again.
Yeah, Matt Clement, he's got a little more freedom now. If he argued balls and strikes, he would have gotten run in a major league game. Now he can actually say his piece. Lemon has it back to Cox, right of the circle. Cox moves to his right a couple steps. Dribbles with the left hand, now spins. Fade away from the far elbow off the back iron. Rebound. Look at Lemon get in there and battle.
Love it.
Chase Lemon is having himself one heck of a first half.
Chase Lemon listed at 5'8".
Arrow's going to favor Butler.
Oh, I'm loving watching him play right now.
1:15 to go in the first half.
Such a spark.
27-22, Newcastle in front. Yeah, Lemon and Davis have been fantastic tonight for Newcastle.
You want an MVP of the game right now? It might be Lemon.
It might actually be as Forbes gets it in the far corner. Tries to dribble out of traffic, and guess who ties him up again? It's Chase Lemon, and this time the arrow's going to favor his side. 1:06 to go in the half. Still a 5-point lead.
Wow. You got to love the energy.
Blundo and Cox talk as they walk across half court. Cox left-handed dribble, steps over half court, now switches over to his right.
Butler's in that triangle and 2, so.
Forbes comes out to meet him.
4-corner offense.
They will spread it out. Cox will move back towards center court. Now he backs up. Got to be careful. He's right up on that line. Goes to his right, now pulls it back once again. Down to 35 seconds to go in the half. Cox again dribbling. Makes a move, comes back, ducks his head, spins, goes to his right again, gets by Forbes now. Bounce pass over to Lemon, open 3 near wing, he knew he missed it. One-handed rebound by Harrison, reverse pivot, he puts it in. Damian Harrison with 6, 7-point lead for Butler, 29-22, 15 seconds to go in the half. Andrews off to Gettinger, now down to 10. Gettinger looks up at the clock, between the legs dribble up near half court, down to 5. Gettinger's got to make a move. Gettinger behind the back dribble trying to get away from Harrison. 1 second. Andrews gets through a traffic, threw one up at the buzzer, and it hits the side of the rim and falls off. What a half. 29-22, Newcastle in front of Butler after an entertaining 16 minutes. Doesn't get any better than that. We saw a little bit of everything in that first half.
Yeah, it was a very, very entertaining, and Butler had that lead, and then, boy, great run. Butler had that four-point lead, 20-18, I believe it was, a 2-point lead, and then Newcastle going on that 11-2 run to end this first half. But it all starts with the defensive end, and, boy, they just really, really played well.
Only 6 points for Butler in the quarter. 4 of them come at the foul line. Newcastle outscores Butler in the second quarter 16-6. Halftime show comes your way next. It's the UPMC Orthopedic Halftime Show. We'll give you the scores and from out of the area, and we'll run down the first half stats. That all comes your way next, right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Thank you for calling AXE. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. AXE can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
I'm helping people. I'm getting them out of their house. I'm taking them to their doctors, to the grocery store.
They say I'm entertaining. Okay, we laugh, we joke, we sing, we tell stories.
They're like family to us.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call AXE today.
When it comes to shopping for insurance, there are thousands of options out there. MVP Insurance proactively shops and compares your policies to find the best coverage and rate. Josh Mathur and David Verratti want to provide you with a level of personalized service that you know that you are the MVP of their agency. They simplify insurance so you can live stress-free. Visit one of the locations in Xenopal or in New Springfield, Ohio. Call MVP for the win. Proud sponsor of the MVP of the game on the Lawrence County SportsNet.
Works in Progress Painting wishes a successful and satisfying season to all the Lawrence County sports teams and athletes. Work hard and bring honor to your team, school, and family in how you play. Joe Wright and his family have been providing painting, window cleaning, and other property services for business and homeowners in the Lawrence County area for over 10 years. Their goal on every project is to provide a meaningful service that honors their customer, God, and their family, and to have fun while doing it. Works in Progress is now booking interior painting projects for both residential and commercial projects. Call Joe today at 724-714-4294 to discuss your next project.
Tired of gasoline costs? Why drive? Let the Newcastle Transit Authority take you where you want to go. Serving the city of Newcastle and stops throughout Lawrence County, as well as weekday service to Pittsburgh. Public transportation just makes sense. Why drive when you can relax and ride? For more information or for route schedules, log on to newcastletransit.org. The Newcastle Transit Authority, going your way. And remember, senior citizens ride free.
Your hip, your knee, your shoulder, whatever has been holding you back, UPMC Orthopedic Care is where you'll find experts to help you get back to a better quality of life. UPMC is pioneering minimally invasive surgeries, and we offer personalized treatment plans and same-day surgery to get you home and moving sooner. It's your ankle, your elbow, your hand, and it's your move. Visit upmc.com/ortho to learn how UPMC can help.
And welcome back here, halftime. It's the UPMC Halftime Show. UPMC is Lawrence and Mercer County's local choice for advanced orthopedic care. To get you back on your feet faster, visit upmc.com to find a doctor near you. Well, that was a pretty entertaining first half. 29-22, Newcastle in front of Butler. Must win here. Really shouldn't say a must win. It's a really important game for both these two teams, though, as Newcastle looking to sweep the season series and get to 7-3 in Section 1 of 6A. A couple of scores from around the area on our Newcastle Transit out-of-town scoreboard update, as we will tell you what's going on here. Why drive when you can relax and ride? Daily routes to Pittsburgh as well as routes all around Lawrence County. Visit newcastletransit.org for more information and route schedules. And remember, senior citizens ride for free. Well, Elwood City is up at halftime 17-16. In their game, of course, they have a big game tonight. They're playing New Brighton tonight. They have a big game coming up on Tuesday night against Mohawk. We'll have that game for you on the Lawrence County Sports Network on Tuesday night. We'll tell you about the schedule here in a moment for next week. We got a busy week for you once again. Just one game here tonight, and it is this one. We were going to have the Union game for you. Union trying to find a score on that one for you. The other important games that we're watching here tonight are the games that are related to Section 1. And Fox Chapel tonight and Seneca Valley are both in action in 6A. And those are the two teams that are ahead of Newcastle and also the two teams that beat Butler in this race. So you have Seneca Valley, Fox Chapel, Newcastle, and Butler, who are all 1 through 4. North Hills sits at 5. And then on the other side, you have Upper St. Clair. I don't think you really need to say anything else about Section 2. Just Upper St. Clair, that's it. That's all you have to say. Laurel is up on Shenango 15-8. That's at the end of the first. That's the other boys game tonight. So we got the rivalry tonight between those two teams. Let's talk about this one here in the first half. I mean, what a game. What a back-and-forth game. We'll give you the scoring here in a second. But good back-and-forth game, but you said it right before the break. The Newcastle defense in the second quarter really buckled down, and that was a big difference. Yeah, their hands have been absolutely everywhere. A lot of unforced turnovers for Butler, but Newcastle, the hands have been everywhere, knocking balls out from every which angle feasible right now. Plus, they're doing a very, very good job in the offensive boards, too. Their shooting from outside has not been good at all from three-point land. I mean, they do have 3 threes on the night, but they've attempted probably 15, and they've been just really cold from there. But their defense has been outstanding. They've been really limiting Butler from those assets. Butler has 3 threes on the night, but very contested threes too. So I mean, they've had hands in their faces all night long. So credit to this Newcastle defense here so far. There's one thing I'll say: Butler does have a knack for winning late games this season. So keep an eye on that the rest of the way. That's a big factor. And actually, you go back to the first game that these two teams had, and Matt Clement told the media after the game that the next game, they've won a couple of close ones, but he said that the Newcastle game seasoned us. So losing that game close and then coming back and winning a couple of close games, that's going to be something to keep an eye on here in the second half, as Butler has definitely got the experience in winning tight games this season. Let's take a look at who has the edge tonight so far with our Creative Edge scoring recap. Creative Edge, where design and construction come together with experience. For Butler in the first half, Andrew Gettinger with 12, 5 for Stanton Forbes, 3 for Aiden Andrews, and 2 for Tate Lucas. On the Newcastle side, 2 players in double figures in the first half, led by Ralphie Blendo with 11 and Kai Cox with 10. Damian Harrison had 6 and Quaylen Davis with 2. Kyrell Harris started, did not score. Chase Lemon and Kingston Russell both played and did not score. Interesting, we have not seen Nate McKnight yet tonight off the bench. Instead, Quaylen Davis is back. He's been a big difference maker. He and Lemon have been fantastic for this team tonight. Yeah, David, the bench, that bench, I mean, they're not getting a lot offensively, but boy, defensively, they've been just outstanding for sure. I just love watching Chase Lemon. And we mentioned a few minutes back that our MVP of the first half might have been Chase Lemon without scoring a point. I mean, the rebound that he got, I mean, the 5-8 with a couple of minutes left in that first half that he went up and got that tie-up, it's just outstanding. And that's what you want to see from your bench players coming off. That's your Creative Edge scoring recap. From concept to creation, they combine their extensive construction experience with creative design to make your project a reality. Fully licensed and insured architecture and construction management services. Call 724-652-1372 for more information. Quick break, and we'll come back for the third quarter. Newcastle in front, 29-22. Great one here tonight. Hope you enjoyed that first half. Make sure you're here for the second half right here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
GEM building contractors and developers have a proven record of performance on any size project. They bring value, local craftsmanship, expert management to meet any challenge. From design construction, from inspection to budget estimation, GEM Builder has been building our community for 70 years.
When it comes to protecting those you love, the businesses you've built, or the things you've earned, you need someone you can trust. Who better to protect your interests than a local insurance agent? Pontius Insurance is a team of local agents helping local residents in Lawrence County and surrounding areas, specializing in auto, home, business, and life insurance. Come see Dan Pontius, Jessica Dix, and Tracy Giddings, and the rest of the team at Pontius Insurance, and receive the personalized service you deserve.
Don't get left out to dry. Call the Penn Ohio Bottled Water Company for the fastest and most efficient bottled water delivery service in the area. Penn Ohio offers bottled water ranging from 16.9-ounce bottles to 5-gallon jugs, perfect for your next event or office water cooler system. Also, don't forget to ask about their custom labeling options. Visit PennOhioBottledWater.com for more information and to get a quote on their delivery services. Whether it's at home, in the office, or on the sidelines, Penn Ohio has you covered.
And Penn Ohio Bottled Water will bring you our next edition of our podcast coming your way on Wednesday night. Got a busy week for you. Again, we'll tell you what the schedule is coming up after the game today and get a preview of the upcoming games each week as we go beyond the scoreboard on our weekly podcast delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. It is the second half, and it's Butler ball to start the second half. Gettinger has it. Newcastle will operate from left to right now. Hands it off to Lucas on the near wing for three. That one's off the mark. Here comes Cox off the rebound. Ty Cox, good first half for him, racing down the right side, the left side. Gets it to Harris, right side, back to Cox, left side. Harris now right of the circle, head fake, goes to his left, gets back to Cox. Cox behind the back dribble, step back three from the far wing on the way, no. Rebound goes to the corner, and it's out of bounds and back to Newcastle as we're just underway here in the third quarter.
Another update from out of town. North Hills leads Seneca Valley in boys action 19-18 at halftime.
Boy, that's a big game too. North Hills at 4-5 in the section and 5-11 overall. Lob pass down the floor. It's caught by Lucas. Lucas 1-on-3 waits, gets it to Castile near side. Now Gettinger straight away. Gettinger goes to his right. Gettinger right block. Gettinger spins on Harrison. Back out to Edwards, or to Andrews rather. Back to Stanton, who was left side, and he drains the open three for the first score of the second half, and it's 29-25 Newcastle. Cox keeps it alive near wing. Cox, underneath it goes to Davis. Davis, contact as he bounced off Castile, but he lays it in for his first bucket, second bucket of the night. Newcastle responds, 31-25, a minute gone in the third.
Yeah, good no call there.
Gettinger to Forbes. Another deep three by Forbes on the way. That is short. Ralphie Blundo and Harris converge for the rebound. Harris will hand it off. Cox hesitates and he lays it in.
Why he handed it off, I'm not exactly sure, but
33-25, Newcastle, 6:38 to go in the third. Gettinger moves to his right, far wing, goes by Blundo. Ralphie might have stripped it. Got a hand in there. Cox lob pass on the floor to Harrison. He will throw it down with two hands. Brings the crowd to their feet with 6:25 to go. It's a 10-point lead for Newcastle at 35-25.
Great start for the Hurricane.
Picking up right where they left off in the first half. Andrews out to the far corner. Gettinger, top of the circle. Forbes moves to his right, goes down the right block. Contact with Harrison as Forbes hits the floor. Foul by Harrison, and Forbes will go to the line to shoot two with 6:06 to go in the third.
Boy, twice in a row, the Cane beating Butler back down the court, uncontested layups.
Forbes is 6'3" junior. First trip to the line, second trip to the line tonight. He makes the first.
I'm so used to saying Canes, and then it's Hurricane, and you have that battle.
The Weather Bowl here tonight, Tornado and Hurricane. As Forbes will have one more. Gets it from the official, holds it in his left hand, spins, dips at the knees, dribbles once, and fires away, and it's good. 5 in the quarter for Forbes. All the scoring done by him in the opening minutes here by Forbes. 35-27 Newcastle. Cox brings it across the floor, attacking the basket to our right.
And Butler still staying in that triangle in two.
Cox moves to his right now. Cox, right block, lob off the window. No, one-handed rebound by Harrison. Out to Harris, head fake, steps in front, near elbow, kicks it out to the corner. That was off the mark by Cox. And we're going to get a foul on Harrison.
They're going to call it on Andrews.
Sorry, that's on Andrews, yes. Underneath, that's the second foul on Andrews.
I agree with you. I thought it was going to be on Harrison at first, but then Andrews, that little bit of a push at the end, though.
Blundo goes up top to Harris off the inbound. Ralphie gets it back near corner. Quick shoot three, in and out, and getting her the rebound. That's all Butler would need is Blundo to hit a three and get hot. Lucas down the floor. Forbes has the hot hand, drives in the lane, gets by Cox. and Davis, but no, here comes Cox the other way. Gettinger got a hand in there. Cox keeps it alive. Somehow underneath to Harrison, uses the glass and scores. Damian Harrison with 4 in the quarter. He has 10 tonight, the third Newcastle player in double figures here as they lead it by 10 again at 37-27. Gettinger, far baseline, and he is fouled. Hit the deck hard. He's going to shoot 2 with 5:06 to go in the quarter. As Maverick Clement is set to check back in. That foul is on Damian Harrison, his second.
Yeah, nobody really in foul trouble here for either team so far. But good move there by Gettinger. He came up limping pretty good. Drove that baseline. He took a hard fall along that baseline. Yeah, Butler cannot afford to lose him.
Gettinger with 12 in the first half. 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Bends the knees, dribbles with the right hand, fires, and it rolls in.
You gotta keep an eye on him. He's limping off.
Matt Clement going to call a timeout. It's a full timeout.
Yeah, to try to give him a break and see if he's able to go. If not, that's going to be a huge loss.
Pontius Insurance timeout. Get the best rates in customer service by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance. Don't forget to stay tuned after the game. We'll announce the Melee Chiropractic play of the game. Seasonal allergies or changes in weather can affect how you feel on a daily basis. Headaches, joint pain, sinus pressure, even congestion can all be alleviated by chiropractic work. Call Melee Chiropractic to schedule your appointment today. Also, we'll announce the MVP of the game, brought to you by MVP Insurance, where they coach clients to better prices, better coverage. Call MVP for the win. Eric Thomas and Lee Moe with you here at the Fieldhouse tonight at Newcastle High School. It's 37-26 Hurricanes as they are in front of this critical battle in Section 1 of 6A WPIAL basketball. Hard to believe that coming up in 2 weeks, season's over. We just got done with football season, and now basketball season's going to be over.
Well, football runs too long to begin with, but that's another story for another day. Of course, basketball's going to run too long this year thanks to the bidding of the Giants Center this year. Going to be an extra year or an extra week longer.
There's a week off between the semis and the state championships because of a scheduling conflict, so we are not going to be done in the state as Gettinger makes the second. We are not done in the state of Pennsylvania with basketball literally until the weekend before April starts.
Boy, Gettinger in some pain.
He is trying to gut it out as he gets down the floor.
Yeah, you can see him. He's in the bottom part of that triangle in 2, playing a low block.
Cox taking some air out of the ball here as he dribbles with the right hand. Near side it comes to Harris.
Yeah, Coach Blundo going to make him come out of this triangle in 2.
Harris will back it up. High post it goes Davis. Davis back to Harris near side.
Hey, when you have an 8-point lead, you can force him out.
Much different spot than what Newcastle was in on Tuesday night against Woodland Hills. Harris makes a move now, circles around and comes back out to the near side. Back to Cox between the circles, goes to his right. Cox leans in with the forearm, fadeaway jumper on the way. Good shot, no. Harrison the rebound. Back out to Harris, 3-ball from the left side, no. Rebound is pulled in by Butler. Outlet pass from Castile down the floor to Gettinger. Gettinger steps back for a 3, in and out. Rebound loose, controlled by Clement.
Huge offensive board.
Castile to Lucas, open 3 far wing, in and out again. And the rebound controlled by Blundo. Here comes Cox racing down the far side. Caught to the far wing. Harris open 3. Yes! First field goal made tonight for Kyrell Harris. Couldn't come at a better time. It's an 11-point lead for Newcastle at 40-29 with 3:43 to go in the third. Forbes penetrates and kicks it out. Gettinger up top. Notice how they're not bringing him in the paint now. You mentioned that injury. He's out top. Gets it off to Lucas. Near wing 3 on the way. No. Rebound. Clement is fouled on the putback attempt, and he'll go to the line to shoot 2 with 3:29 to go in the third.
Yeah, it's going to be Harrison's third. Fouling from behind. Clement, good job getting around Harrison. And Harrison fouled him from behind. No need to foul there, but did foul him. So Clement try to pick up his first points of the night.
Maverick Clement, the 6-foot junior, fires away, misses. Doesn't score much, averaging just under 3 a game as Harrison is going to be out and Chase Lemon is back in. No Nate McKnight tonight, it appears, for Newcastle, so they can't turn to him. He's been a good defensive stopper at times for Newcastle this season, but he played on Tuesday night, not getting any time here tonight as Clement makes the first points of the night for Maverick. 40-30, Newcastle in front, 3:25 to go in the third. Harris down the far side to Lemon, back to Harris far side. Harris will walk it back up towards half court. Cox guarded tightly by Clement. Now Harris is going to dribble around the dial to Cox between the circles. Clement right up on him. Right-handed dribble, right side, now between the legs, brings it back, near wing. Harris 3, no. Rebound, and it was Gettinger somehow out-muscled Davis. Gettinger racing down the floor, no-look pass to Forbes. Might have traveled, but he lays it in. Beautiful pass by Gettinger, and Forbes, another bucket here in the third. It's now to an 8-point lead at 40-32. Lemon the other way.
Yeah, I agree with you. I thought maybe he got away with the step.
2:47 to go in the third quarter. Blundo far side. Blundo makes a move on Lucas. Spins. Ralphie in the lane. Ralphie penetrates, gets it out to Lemon. It was partially altered. Lemon with a head fake. Everybody catches up to him. Now he gets it back to Blundo near side. Ralphie pushes off Lucas a little bit. Back to Harris between the circles.
Yeah, looks like Butler went in. Looks like a trying to see if they're still in that triangle and 2 or they're going to switch the man here.
Into the corner it goes. Lemon fires a 3. Chase Lemon, his first field goal of the night. What a game he's having. It's back to an 11-point lead for Newcastle with 2:10 to go in the third. Gettinger racing down the left side, out to the corner. Lucas, 3-ball, no. Rebound, pulled in by Lemon. Chase Lemon is having a night. Out to Cox on the far side. Kai dribbles, pulls it back. Lost the handle, keeps it alive. Harris. Now Blundo between the circles, guarded once again by Lucas. Leans in on Lucas a little bit, hands it off to Davis. Davis, spin move on Gettinger. What a move by Davis to lay it in. Quaylen Davis tonight, 45-32, Newcastle, 1:34 to go in the third. Forbes drives right side, spins, and we're going to get a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Chase Lemon.
Wow, what a move by Davis. That spin move faked everybody out. Easy layup.
Can hear Ralph Blundo right in front of us.
Yeah, I had the crowd mic down too.
1:31 to go in the third quarter, 45-32. Gettinger off the inbound, gets it right back from Castillo. Gettinger up towards the top of the circle, guarded by Davis, brings it out way up on the far side. Goes to his right, into the corner, Castillo. Now it's between the circles, Lucas. Ralphie Blundo crouches down, lob pass inside, in the paint to Gettinger. They tie him up in a double team. He turns and fires, and it's fouled. Veteran move by Gettinger, the 6'6 junior. As Andrews is going to come back in for Butler.
Yeah, Lemon picked up his third foul. Yeah, good job by triple team, and Gettinger turned around. Unfortunately, Lemon getting those, Lemon getting the hands in there.
Gettinger a chance here to cut back into this lead a little bit. 45-32, Newcastle, and Gettinger makes the first.
Well, he's 6 of 6 from the line.
Matt Clement said before the season started that, and as this developed, he realized that he had a lot of guys to go to, but he knew right away he was going to make Gettinger his point. He's kind of a point forward, that hybrid role that we see in basketball so much now. Missed the second. Lemon the rebound. Blundo motions for everybody to slow it down a little bit. 1:08 to go in the third. Ralphie has been quiet here in the third. No points in the third quarter. Guarded by Andrews, goes to his right. Wrap around pass to Harris on the far wing. Gets it back to Cox. Cox guarded by Clement. Goes right by him, and there's contact.
Yeah, they're going to get Clement a little bit too close. Defense here on Clement.
Just to finish that point on Gettinger, though, Matt Clement said, you know, everybody thought I was crazy when I said he was going to be the focal point of our offense. He comes out the first game of the season and just dismantles Obama Academy. Lemon open for 3. That one's going to rim in. Chase Lemon with 2 threes in the third. It's a 15-point lead for Newcastle at 48-33. Blundo steps in front of the pass and knocks it out of bounds. 36.5 ticks to go in the third. Lucas is going to come back in for Butler.
But Butler has no answers right now.
No answers for Chase Lemon. Who had him on their bingo card tonight? Inbound pass to Forbes. Quick pass back to Lucas near wing. Now Gettinger near corner. 3-ball in and out. How many shots have gone in and out on that end?
Yeah, for sure.
Cox racing down the floor. Far corner Harris. Open 3. No. Rebound, Lemon once again. To Blundo near wing, short. Rebound, put back in by Davis.
Boy, Davis and Lemon.
Newcastle is on a tear, up by 17 right now, 50-33 with 6 seconds to go. Andrews quick moving, Castile 3-ball, far side, no. Blundo the rebound, does he get it up in time? No. And that is how the quarter will end. My goodness. Newcastle is in control going to the fourth quarter by 17, 50-33. The fourth quarter next on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Whether you're hosting a big party, it's family dinner night, or you just need a place to go and watch the big game, the Crane Room Grill is the place to be. Need that something special for your upcoming event? Ask about the CR Brewing Company's custom brewing options to give your big day that personalized touch that your guests will never forget. Visit craneroom.com to see their full menu, or call in your takeout order now at 724-656-1553. The Crane Room Grill and CR Brewing Company, a winning combination.
Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Union's Lucas Stanley as a December Red Zone Male Athlete of the Month for scoring his 1,000th career point in the season opener. LC SportsNet is also proud to honor Union's Kylie Christopher and Newcastle's Rihanna Boyce as the December Female Athletes of the Month, with both seniors also eclipsing their 1,000 career point mark. Congratulations and best of luck to 1,000 point scorers Rihanna Boyce, Kylie Christopher, and Lucas Stanley, the December Red Zone Athletes of the Month.
Newcastle outscores Butler 37-17 in the middle two quarters as we start the fourth. It's a 50-33 lead with 8 minutes to go, and it'll be Newcastle ball to start the fourth quarter as Cox will inbound from the far side. It's Cox, Harris, Davis, Blundo, and Lemon. And for Butler, it's going to be the same five they've pretty much gone with all the way. Gettinger, Andrews, Castile, Lucas, and Forbes. That's the best two quarters of basketball Newcastle's probably played all season. Harris makes a move into the corner. It goes Lemon back to Harris near side. Between the circles, Cox. Cox left-handed dribble, now switches right. Goes to his left, now spins, lost control, and hit the floor, and he traveled. That's the other thing, Lee. Newcastle hasn't turned the ball over much tonight either.
No, they have not. That was just an unforced. Cox that's lost his footing, unfortunately, for him.
Inbound from Gettinger to Andrews. Butler's got to make some threes in a hurry here to get back in this. 7.5, 7:35 to go. Gettinger, Andrews. Andrews dribbles out of traffic. Into the corner it goes. It's Castile. Castile pinned up by Davis. Finds Gettinger in the paint. Now he's on the far block. Spins and he's fouled. So we're going to get a first foul in the quarter on Newcastle. It's on Cox. That's his second. Gettinger in the act of shooting, so he's at the line. He's been the fire for Butler tonight. Fires away, speaking of which, and he makes good on the first.
I didn't hear who that foul was on.
That was on Cox.
Thank you.
His second. The only one really in foul trouble for Newcastle is Chase Lemon with 3. Second one by Gettinger is going to rim in. He's been excellent at the free throw line tonight.
And usually you said, okay, Lemon with 3, that's all right, but he's been a difference maker here tonight.
He really has. Out to the far corner it goes. There is Lemon. He knocks another one down. Chase Lemon, his third 3 of the half. He's got all 9 of his points in the half. Forbes the other way, 53-35. It's a 19-point lead. And Blundo mixed up with Andrews near half court is going to pick up his third foul.
Yeah, a little bit too aggressive there for Ralphie.
So now Harrison, we didn't mention that, but Damian Harrison has 3 fouls, Blundo 3 fouls, and Lemon 3 fouls. Still not going to bring Harrison back in just yet. Inbound pass. Actually, Andrews went over and back, but I don't know how they didn't call that. He had 1 foot on each side. Stripped by Harris anyway. Harris racing to the bucket, lays it up and in. And then hung up there for a second and then fell. 20-point lead for Newcastle with 6:43 to go.
And there's another turnover by Butler.
I have now for 14 tonight. Gettinger off balance 3 is no good. Rebound tipped out of there. Lemon's going to corral it, get it off to Harris. Harris looks down the floor, finds Cox near side, underneath, Davis, layup in! Quaylen Davis with 8 in the second half, 10 for the night. Another player in double figures for Newcastle. 22-point rout. Castile step back 3 on the way to cool down Newcastle for the moment. And that is a timeout called by Matt Clement and Butler with 6:13 to go. A Pontius Insurance timeout. Make sure you take time to check out rates and customer service, the best customer service, by calling a local agent at Pontius Insurance or online at pontiusinsurance.com.
Yeah, Kyle Castillo just hit that 3. He's going to be off the YSU for baseball. So Butler's baseball team's going to be loaded with Tanner Pry. He's not played yet, but he's off to Mount Aloysius. And you get Castillo going to YSU. You got Clement getting D1 looks. Their baseball team's going to be outstanding. As you can tell, I'm looking forward to spring.
And the baseball major league pitcher is the coach of the basketball team, so figure that out.
How about that? Yeah, he knows just a little bit about pitching. Yeah, he was going to go D1 basketball back in his day, and then he only threw 11 innings in his high school career, and he went in to throw an inning. They were there to scout somebody else, and he came in starting throwing 90 from the mound. It's like, who is this kid? They found out, and the Padres drafted him in this 3rd round.
So many prospects out of the WPIL for Major League Baseball as Blundo gets it. Blundo, oh, what a pass by Cox underneath. Davis repositions himself out to Harris, the head fake. Now he keeps control of it to Blundo. Ralphie splits a double team out to the corner. Lemon, Harris, now near side, it's Cox. Cox steps inside the arc, jumper on the way, no. Rebound pulled in by Forbes. 2 Newcastle players hit the deck. Numbers for the moment for Butler, but now everybody catches up. Lucas, a runner, is good. Tate Lucas has been quiet tonight. Doesn't even have a 3. He's got the most 3s made on this Butler team. Blundo the other way. Ralphie bounce pass underneath to Davis. Davis hesitates. Out to Harris. Harris shimmied away from the defender. Open 3, no. Forbes pulls in the rebound with one hand. Lobs it up ahead to Andrews. Butler trying to make a run here. Andrews pull up 3 on the way. No. Rebound Chase Lemon. 57-40 Newcastle with 5:14 to go. Blundo splitting through everybody. Bounce pass underneath. Davis reverse layup, and a goaltend's going to get called on Forbes.
Yeah, Quaylen Davis gets the hoop. That ball wasn't even going to go in either, I don't think, on that reverse layup, but Forbes made sure it was going to go in with the slam.
10 points in the half for Davis, who's been fantastic tonight. I'm not sure those 2, Lemon and Davis, can duke it out for the MVP of the game. Open 3 for Lucas. No. Rebound. Forbes again. Gets it with the left and lays it up with the right.
That kid can just absolutely jump out of a gym.
6'3", and he has been a menace on the boards tonight. Blundo down the floor. Ralphie splits a double team out to Cox. Cox dribbles inside the 3, kicks it out to Lemon. Far wing, now Cox gets it back.
Yeah, Forbes is gassed, though.
Harris up near half court, guarded by Lucas, goes to his right. Leans in with a forearm. They're going to get a 5-second call on Harris.
Yeah, Forbes reminds me a little bit of a guy that can jump out of the gym way back when, a guy, Lamont Taylor, played for Butler back in the mid-'90s that just can flat out just jump like crazy. Very physical ball player. Yeah, you can tell Forbes is gassed because he's been out. He was out for a few games and.
Forbes gets it near corner. Pull-up three-pointer on the way is no good. Rebound tapped out of there. That is by Jace Gratzmiller, who's into the game for the first time tonight. It's out of bounds and back to Newcastle. Hurricanes with 4:15 to go, lead at 59-42. And they have it with 4:15 to go, attacking the basket to our right. Cox splits a double team. Good head fake. Euro step, and the freshman lays it in.
Forbes was there to take the charge, but Cox saw, and like you said, the Euro step right around him.
19-point lead, 61-42. Andrews three-pointer straight away, good.
A little bit too late there for Andrews, I think.
61-45 with 3:48 to go. Harrison the other way, going to pull up for a three from the far wing of his own. That rims out. Castile the rebound.
Boy, no need for that shot right now.
Newcastle's trying to drive the hammer. Lucas, and we're going to get a block called on Ralphie Blundo. That'll be his fourth. That'll be the third team foul on Newcastle. No team fouls on Butler here in the fourth with 3:36 to go.
And they're going to say it was not a shooting foul. So Ralphie will have to be a little careful here.
Castile will inbound from underneath his bucket. Now Lucas gets it off the inbound. Rather, that was Gratzmiller. Forbes in traffic, spins. Nice move in the lane. No. Rebound controlled by Blundo. And here comes Newcastle, and Forbes ties him up.
Forbes only his first foul. Butler's only first foul here of this fourth quarter, too.
Yeah, you can just tell Forbes is not quite back in game condition yet. But you could have fooled me if you said that before the game, because he's played very well tonight. Cox splits the double team again. Harrison got tied up. Three-pointer from the corner, no. And Newcastle's gone kind of cold here. 61-45, Hurricanes lead it with 3:09 to go. Lucas tried to reach in on him, but he gets it off to Andrews. Two-pointer, deep one from the corner, no. Forbes and Blundo get tied up again. Loose ball, and Cox pulls it in, but a foul is going to be called on Forbes.
And here comes the Newcastle timeout now. Coach Blundo wanted it before the last trip. He's going to get it this time.
It's going to be a Pontius Insurance timeout. Visit PontiusInsurance.com to request a quote for auto, home, business, or life insurance. Again, a reminder, you can get a preview of upcoming games each week as we go beyond the scoreboard on our weekly podcast delivered by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. Call Penn Ohio Bottled Water for delivery of 3 or 5 gallon water cooler systems, or get cases of bottles delivered to your home or work. Let Penn Ohio Bottled Water do the heavy lifting and bring refreshing water to your door.
And Chauncey Scholarships, we're proud of the creation of Chauncey Scholarship in Lawrence County. Any graduating high school student plans to go into broadcasting, journalism, or media is eligible to apply for a scholarship and honor longtime county broadcaster Mark Schoss. For more information on how to apply, visit lcsportsnet.com/scholarship.
Busy week next week on the Lawrence County Sports Network. Doubleheader Monday night, doubleheader Tuesday night. Our podcast will be on Wednesday night, and then Friday night, Tim Continenza, who we hope is listening tonight. And Tim,
I'm sure he is.
I hope you're feeling better, sir. He's been under the weather.
He better be. He's with me Monday.
Yeah. He and James Dotson will be right back here Friday night as Newcastle take on Pine Richland.
And
7:30 tip in that one here at the Fieldhouse.
Score update right now. North Hills is up on Seneca Valley 34-30 early in the fourth.
Well, they would still have a one-game lead on Newcastle and the advantage head-to-head, but they'll meet again as Harris hesitates and goes to the bucket and lays it in off the half-court pass.
Boy, that speed of his.
Catch and shoot the other way. Far wing by Lucas, no good. To the corner, and Harrison runs it down with 2:40 to go in the contest. 63-45, Newcastle in front. Lemon hands it off to Blundo. Ralphie steps through the defense in the lane, bounce pass to Harris, reverse layup too strong. Rebound by Harrison, and he is fouled.
Kane's been just doing a fantastic job in the offensive boards here tonight as Xavier Gregory checking into the game for Butler.
Gets called for the foul, his first. Harrison makes the first.
If you notice, Gettinger is not in last few minutes of this game.
Yeah, I think they have waved the proverbial white flag here tonight. They're not going to stop trying. But
plus he was hurt a little bit, so it's like, why not get him out?
It's a 20-point lead at 65-45 with 2:20 to go. Forbes drives, and he is fouled on the floor by Chase Lemon. That'll be the fourth foul on Lemon. Lemon, by the way, has tied both his season and career high with 9 tonight. So another bucket would give him a new career high. And Quaylen Davis equaled his career high in the third. He has blown by that here tonight. Just a junior, 6'4", so he's got work left to do as Andrews gets out of traffic. Baseline jumper, no good. Blundo the rebound.
Andrews too close.
2:10 to go. Harrison up ahead, it goes to Cox. Cox back to Lemon, far side. Lemon throws it over to the near side. Harris now back to Cox, 2 minutes straight up to play.
Time to spread the floor.
Newcastle is going to pick up a big one here tonight. They lead it by 20 right now. Cox, bounce pass underneath. Harrison off the window and in.
And they'll own the tiebreaker over Butler also, which is keys.
That is huge right now. Bounce pass underneath to Gregory. Gregory bounces off Harrison, throws it up, Blunder the rebound. And Matt Clement is going to empty his bench in the waning minutes here, 90 seconds to go. Butler will live to fight another day. There's still going to be, well, if North Hills wins tonight, that would put Butler in the 5 spot and North Hills up to 4th. As we will get an offensive foul on Newcastle. That's going to be on Damian Harrison, his 4th.
His 4th.
With 1:17 to go.
So got,
that's actually his
well, actually,
5th.
I'm going to say it's his 5th.
Yeah. Kingston Russell is back into the game for Newcastle.
Jaden Wilbert, number 13, and Brock Collins, number 14 for Butler. 5 fouls on Newcastle in the quarter, so Butler will shoot 2. And see the other person ready to check in for Butler.
This will be Gregory who shoots the free throws.
Get a fan favorite going into the game. Hit to Sean Gordon. For Newcastle.
Noriega Jackson also will check back in as Gregory hits the first.
13, 14, and 11. Max Byers for Butler, number 11.
And Ralph Blunder will empty his bench as well, as Harris's night is done. Cox's night is done.
Jermaine Walker for Newcastle. I'm going to have to ask who number 25 is. Don't have him on my roster.
So Harris is done with 7, and Cox is done with 14. Gregory has one more at the line for Butler. That one is off the mark, and the rebound is pulled in by Jackson. 70 seconds to go in this one. 67-46 Newcastle. Gordon hands it off to Russell. Russell between the legs dribble. Russell to the corner he goes. He faked everybody out, and he lays it in. Looked like he was going to pass it off to Jackson, and he just took it right to the glass. And in 69-46, Russell poked it away. Kept alive by Butler as they come down the floor. Butler out to the corner it goes. Byers, and then he pitches it inside to Gregory, and we get a travel called on the Tornado.
And number 25 is actually Mason Cook, who's on 22 in our rosters, 25.
Newcastle can just run it out here with 35 seconds to go.
Boy, what a 3 quarters.
Awesome performance by the Hurricanes, particularly in the second, third, and the final frame here. Didn't have to do a lot of damage in the 4th because it was already done. Cook fakes, 18 seconds to go. Gordon tied up, and we'll get a whistle, and the arrow points towards Butler with 14 seconds to go. So Butler is back in action Tuesday against a really tricky Woodland Hills team.
Yeah.
And then they get Seneca Valley, Pine Richland, and Fox Chapel to end the regular season. They may have to win, if not all those games, maybe 3 of them. Rebound pulled in by Newcastle, and Cook will dribble it out, and that is it. 69-46. The Hurricanes take apart the Golden Tornado, and they go to 13-3 overall, 7-3 rather, in WPIAL 6A Section 1. A dominant performance tonight by Newcastle, who snaps a 2-game losing streak. And they will get on to Seneca Valley next Tuesday night. That game is on the road at Seneca Valley, the rematch from earlier this season when Seneca Valley came here to the field house and knocked them off. That is a monster game on Tuesday night. Fox Chapel 2 weeks from Tuesday night on February 4th. So a chance for Newcastle to still finish in the top 2 of the section if they can sweep everybody. They got Seneca Valley, Pine Richland, Fox Chapel, North Allegheny, and then 2 non-conference games coming up on the 8th and 10th of February. But the important number tonight is the final score, 69-46 as they win it over Butler. We'll take a timeout. When we come back, we will have our post-game show for you, the Tri-County Principals Association post-game show. That'll come your way next here in the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
When the high school season heats up, make sure you have the best gear to support your school. Head to the Red Zone on Wilmington Road in the Shannock for all your county sporting apparel needs. From sporting goods to custom apparel to embroidery and more, the Red Zone has it all. Quality gear for all 8 schools in the County of Champions. Stop by and enter the Red Zone or visit them online at theredzonesports.com. Score big at the Red Zone.
Thank you for calling Axe. Where can we take you today?
To work, to the store, to Grandma's house. Axe can get you there, but it's much more than a ride. It's a joyride.
It's so convenient for them. We take them door to door. We help them get off and on the bus if they need it. They use the lifts.
I love the people, especially the senior citizens.
They care about us as much as we care about them.
Even if it's the same day, to schedule your joyride, call Axe today.
Right now, someone very special needs your help. This is Jack Lynn, CEO of City Rescue Mission. No one is beyond God's love and care. One person's life can affect another. Though you may never meet this person, you can make a difference in his or her life. Hurting men and women in our community desperately need food, shelter, and physical and spiritual care. Some are struggling with abuse and addiction. They feel alone, unloved, and forgotten. Individual, caring people provide their hope. You can help change the lives of men, women, and children. Visit cityrescuemission.org and help us today.
Congratulations to our December LCAP Team of the Month. The Lawrence County SportsNet is proud to honor Laurel Wrestling as the December LCAP Team of the Month after their 13-2 start to the season. Congratulations to Coach Kevin Carmichael and the Laurel Wrestling team, our December LCAP Team of the Month.
Calling all sports fans. Never miss a moment with real-time alerts, keeping you in the loop when your favorite teams are playing.
Get instant updates sent straight to your phone with game schedules, changes, and all the latest news.
You can receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for game time.
Be the first to cheer on your local teams and show your support.
Receive important updates and reminders, so you're always prepared for the game.
Signing up is quick and easy. Don't miss out. Sign up now and stay connected to the action.
Plus, follow us on social media for live updates, behind-the-scenes content, and community news.
Back here at Newcastle's Fieldhouse, the Tri-County Principals Association postgame show. Eric Thomas and Lee Moe with you. The Hurricanes victorious tonight, 69-46 over Butler. Time now to recap tonight's gem of a game with Gem Master Builders and Craftsman scoring recap. For Butler, they were led tonight by Andrew Gettinger, who had 17 points, 14 for Stanton Forbes, 6 for Aiden Andrews. Couple of important numbers here as Kyle Castile had 3. Tate Lucas with only 4 points tonight.
Yeah.
And that is a big reason why Newcastle, the defense clamped down on him. Butler was really unable to find another scoring option. And Lucas, who is the second leading scorer on this team behind Gettinger, was rendered to 4 points tonight. 3 for Kyle Castile and a point apiece from Maverick Clement and Xavier Gregory. A bunch of guys got in at the end of the game, including Jaden Wilbert and Brock Collins and Max Byers, but they did not score at the end of the game. For Newcastle tonight, led by a handful of guys in double figures, 14 apiece for Damian Harrison and Kai Cox, 12 for Quaylen Davis, who was fantastic tonight. Ralphie Blundo finished with 11, didn't have a point in the second half. They didn't need him to. The big guy tonight, Chase Lemon with 9 and 7 for Kyrell Harris and 2 for Kingston Russell off the bench. A bunch of guys end up playing at the end of the game. Noriega Jackson played most of the game, did not score. Mason Cook and others got in late and did not score either. That's your Gem Master Builders and Craftsmen scoring recap. Family-owned and operated general contractor for 4 generations. Their extensive construction experience, design capabilities, and creative process allows us to help any project and meet any challenge. Building the community for 70 years. Visit gembuilders.com for more information. Let's hand out some awards here tonight. Our Melee Chiropractic Play of the Game Award. Melee Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game Award to Damian Harrison of Newcastle, and it was that dunk in the second. I believe that was in the third quarter, second quarter.
Third quarter, I think it was, yeah.
And that was sort of like the moment where like Newcastle was not losing after that point. That was kind of like the emphatic dagger, so to speak, in this game, and it happened early in the third. And after that, Butler was just kind of deflated, and Newcastle blew this thing out and won going away tonight. So Damian Harrison is going to be your Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Maley Chiropractic is proud to present the Play of the Game award to Damian Harrison of Newcastle. Maley Chiropractic and the Lawrence County Sports Network are proud to honor Damian for tonight's Play of the Game. He's going to get a customized T-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition of tonight's Play of the Game. Video of tonight's Play of the Game may also be featured on the Trib Live High School Sports Network's standout platform on X and Instagram. To view tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game and the full list of this season's top plays, go online to lcsportsnet.com and click on Play of the Game. Congratulations to Damian Harrison, a 14-point night tonight, and one emphatic dunk for tonight's Maley Chiropractic Play of the Game. Let Maley Chiropractic keep you in the game. Our MVP Insurance MVP of the game tonight is going to go to Chase Lemon, who ties a season and career high with 9 points, but it wasn't just the points tonight. It was the rebounding and everything he did. He was so good off the bench tonight. I remember he started on Tuesday night in their loss to Woodland Hills. Did not start tonight. That went to Quaylen Davis, who was equally as good. I mean, if we could split it, we would, but we all kind of took a vote here, and everybody sort of said Lemon by consensus because of his rebounding effort tonight. His defense, he tied a couple of balls up, a couple of big threes, all of them in the second half. Rebounding, he was
just the energy that
fantastic.
He brought off the bench. He gave everything in that 5'8" frame that he had, and he was a difference maker for sure.
MVP Insurance is proud to present the MVP of the Game award to Chase Lemon of Newcastle. MVP Insurance and the Lawrence County Sports Center proud to honor Chase as tonight's MVP of the game. He's going to get a customized T-shirt, courtesy of the Red Zone, in recognition of being named tonight's MVP of the game. To view a full list of this year's game MVPs, go online to lcsportsnet.com, click on MVP of the game. Congratulations to Chase Lemon for being named tonight's MVP of the game. MVP Insurance, call MVP for the win. Some final thoughts here as we got, you're watching here the Seneca Valley North Hills game that's tied at 34, so that's a big game.
That's late too.
Newcastle's next opponent is Seneca Valley, a rematch from the game that Seneca Valley won here earlier this season. So that's a big game on Tuesday night at Seneca Valley. And then Newcastle comes back on Friday against Pine Richland, and then they finish out the regular season in Section 1 against Fox Chapel and North Allegheny, but then they'll have two non-conference games after that. I don't know what else you can say. That was an excellent performance tonight. Much needed, but an excellent performance.
If Newcastle can play like that every game, they're going to be in a lot of games. They were just outstanding. Once they got past that first quarter, they just really tightened up the defense, and they gave everything Butler could handle. It was just a phenomenal defensive performance, and they passed the ball well. Very few turnovers, too, tonight. They moved the ball. They ran their offense very, very well here tonight. And for Butler, unfortunately for them, just way too many enforced errors. And it just one of those nights. But, they're still in the playoff hunt, which is a good thing for them. So, and it looks like North Hills Seneca Valley is going to overtime at 34 all.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's impressive by North Hills. They're hanging in there.
Yeah.
The last three quarters of this game, Newcastle outscored Butler 56-30, and that included 37-17 in the middle, too.
That's almost as many points as this North Hills Seneca Valley game.
So that's going to wrap it up here tonight. Let's tell you what we got coming up next week, because we have a doubleheader on both Monday and Tuesday night. Another busy week here in the Lawrence County Sports Network. On Monday night, we will have the girls' action between Elwood and Mohawk. Tim Continenza and Lee Moan will be there for that one, 7 o'clock tip-off there. And then James Dotson and I are over at Neshannock for the big showdown between Aliquippa and Neshannock. That will be a war on Monday night, 7:30 the tip time for that game. Both games available on the Lawrence County Sports Network. On Tuesday night, it's a doubleheader of boys' action as Eric and myself, Tim, and I will be over at Elwood. I'm reading the schedule here. Tim and I will be over at Elwood Mohawk. That game is at Mohawk, 7:30 tip time there. And then Union takes on Shenango as Ty Polk and Lee Moon will have the call of that one. Wednesday night, we'll have our next edition of Beyond the Scoreboard, our podcast brought to you by Penn Ohio Bottled Water. And then Friday night, right back here at the Fieldhouse, it's Newcastle and Pine Richland. Audio only, 7:30 tip-off as Tim Continenza and James Dotson will have the call of that one for you. Great way to go to the weekend. Newcastle gets a much-needed win here tonight, and they were impressive in doing so. 69-46, the final. Before we get out of here, any final thoughts here? This game is in overtime now between Seneca Valley and North Hills.
Two good teams, and for Newcastle, just the better one here tonight. I think both teams should get in playoffs, but you never know because this section is just so topsy-turvy, as you can see with this one here too. Fox Chapel and Woodland Hills, Coach Scorpion. You never want to let his team. He's got that team playing well too, so you never know on any given night in this section. So you're gonna have to come out and play your best here down the stretch.
Yeah, Woodland Hills for Butler next Tuesday night, and it's Seneca Valley for Newcastle next Tuesday night as we'll get back in action on Monday night. We hope you have a great weekend. We'll talk to you Monday night for our girls doubleheader, and then Tuesday night for the boys doubleheader. We've enjoyed bringing you that one tonight. We hope you enjoyed it as much as we did. A final score for the final time as Newcastle wins it here tonight over Butler by a final of 69-46. We'll talk to you next week for more action right here on the Lawrence County Sports Network, powered by LCAP.
Your voice for Lawrence County sports.
The goal